Right, we're starting this bulletin with some breaking news coming in. It's a big success in the fight against black money stashed in Swiss accounts. A Swiss parliamentary panel has paved the way for India to get instant access to details on Indians with Swiss accounts. The panel has cleared the automatic information exchange pact between the two countries that was agreed upon in June. The decision by Switzerland's Commission for Economic Affairs and Taxes of the Council of States follows meeting earlier this year between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Swiss President at Geneva. All right, for more on this breaking news, I'm joined by WION's Mohammed Saleh. Saleh, thank you so much for joining on the broadcast. What's the latest? It's a big breakthrough and a huge way ahead to fight black money.
That's exactly correct, Archana. If you were to look at, the fight against black money that India has embarked upon, the Indian government has been taking various measures, and one of that is, of course, to try and, get some of these nations which are known as banking safe havens, where people actually take and park their money in a bid to try and evade taxes. So Switzerland happens to be one of those kind of countries, and essentially the banking system in Switzerland is famous for that. The latest development that has taken place after a hectic amount of negotiations and diplomatic efforts that have been undertaken by the Indian government over the last several years is that there is a parliamentary panel of the upper house of parliament in Switzerland which has given an approval for the automatic exchange of information. But there are some riders in this case. Individual account information will be protected. It is in a group when there is, some sort of misdoing that has happened on a fairly large scale, will information, of course, will be shared. Now, this is a sort of an agreement which has been agreed upon by the Swiss parliamentary panel that the Swiss government can exchange with about 40 countries. So if you look at the fine print, there is a fair bit of work that still needs to be done, but definitely this is a welcome step. If there is a lot of black money that is in fact stashed in Switzerland, then this is something, where the government will now have information on that. But the manner in which money moves, Archana, let's also, caution our viewers in terms of how big an impact this is likely to have. Because people can move their money from one account to another, from one nation to another, because Switzerland is just one of those nations which provides access to these sort of accounts. There are other nations who also provide this kind of banking service, and it's fairly easy for money to move from these accounts to accounts of another nation.
Okay.
So it's an important development, but again, we need to take it with a pinch of salt.